uh, the additional condition required for the sway frames. Now we'll take an example of a sway frame and try to analyze it. Suppose we have a frame ABC, and it is subjected to a point load, central point load of 60 kilonewton. This is 1.5 meter. This is 1.5 meter. So total is 3 meter. EI is constant for this problem. This is 4 meter. AB is 4 meter. Okay, and we have to analyze this frame. So the first step is to identify whether this frame is a sway frame or a non-sway frame. So looking at the problem, this is an unsymmetric frame. Unsymmetric frame in terms of if we say in terms of its geometric shape, in terms of even loading, in terms of support condition, it is unsymmetric. Okay. Second, the support at C is the roller support, so this will not restrain the frame to undergo sway. So it is laterally no lateral restraint. So no lateral restraint. So this implies this frame is a non-sway frame. Oh, this is a sway frame. Okay. So on application of the load, this will sway. Okay. Let this be delta. Since we are neglecting the axial deformation of member BC, this delta will be same at B and C. So sway will be equal on left and right side. So now, so we identified that it is a sway frame. So we have to apply an additional condition to find the sway force. Step 1 is to restrain the frame. And find its and actions. There is a central point load here, 60 kilonewton. This is 1.5 meter. This is 1.5 meter. Total is 3 meter. This is 4 meter. This is A, B, C, D and C. Now let the moment here be MAB, moment here be MBA, moment here be MBC, moment here be MCB. So here MAB will be 0, MBA is also 0 because there is no load on that span, on span AB, on member AB. Then MBC will be equal to minus 60 into 3 by 8. How much is this value? MCB equals to 60 into 3 by 8. How much is this?
$22.5.
Okay, this is minus 22.5 and this is 22.5. Okay, so now next step. formulate slope deflection equation and apply constraints. Now here delta A will be 0 or theta A will be 0, and this is not 0 here, the theta B is not 0, so that is one unknown, and even theta C is also not 0. So here what we'll do, we'll apply modified slope deflection equation for this member. For far and simple, and here for this member we'll use standard slope deflection equation. For member AB, length of member AB is 4 meter. So M AB will be equal to MF AB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Okay. Now MFAB is 0 plus EI by 4, theta A is 0 plus theta B, and delta here let us assume that its way from left to right, so it will tend to rotate the beam in clockwise direction, so your delta will be positive. So here, and let us substitute that by delta here, so it will be minus 3 delta by 4. Okay, because theta is 0. So your for slope deflection equation will be MAB equals to 0.5 EI theta B minus, it would be 6 by 16, that means 3 by 8. EI delta by 8. Okay, mark this as number 1. Second, M BA is equals to MF BA plus 2EI by L into theta A plus 2 theta B minus 3 delta by L. Now MFBA is also 0 plus 2 ei by 4, theta a is 0, theta a is 0, theta is 0 plus 2 theta b minus 3 delta by 4. So it will be ei theta b minus 3 ei delta by 8. This is MVA. Now for the second member, for member BC, the length of the member is 3 meter, and here we will use modified slope deflection equation for far and simple, because your support C is a main support, so we will use modified slope deflection equation. So M BC will be equal to MF BC minus MF CB by 2 plus 3 EI by L into theta B minus delta by L. Okay, so MF BC is minus 22.5. This is 22.5 by 2 plus 3 EI by 3 into theta B minus delta by 3. So this will be, how much is this? It will be minus 33.75 plus EI theta B minus this delta will be 0 here in this case. So this is the transverse displacement. There is no transverse displacement of member BC, so delta is 0 for this case, because delta equals to 0, that is no transverse displacement. So this is the expression for M BC. Mark this as number 3, and M CB is equal to 0. So now you have the formulated slope diffraction equations, but now here if we see, the unknowns are, this is unknown, this is unknown. So we have two unknowns, so we have to apply two equilibrium conditions. So in the next step, apply equilibrium condition. So the first condition will be summation of moments first condition here will be summation of moments at B equals to 0. That means MBA plus MBC should be equal to 0. And second condition we will apply, that will be summation of forces, horizontal forces will be equal to 0. Okay, so these two conditions we will apply. So first condition, at joint B, summation of moments at B equals to 0, that is M BA plus M BC equals to 0. Now what is MBA? MBA is EI theta B minus 3 delta by 8. EI theta B minus 3 EI delta by 8, and MBC is plus minus 33.75 plus EI theta B equals to 0. So it will be equal to 2 EI theta B, 2 EI theta B minus 3 EI delta by 8 equals to 33.75. Mark this as number 4. Okay. Now apply second equilibrium condition, that is summation of horizontal forces equal to 0, sigma h equals to 0. Sigma h equals to 0. So this implies sigma h equals to 0 implies this HA, let this be HA, So your HA should be equal to 0 because we have only one reaction occurred in horizontal direction by support A. So this HA should be equal to 0. This implies HA should be equal to 0. Now you formulate the expression for HA taking moment at B. You will have HA into 4 minus, because it is anticlockwise, it will cause anticlockwise moment. See, taking moment at B, so HA into 4 will cause anticlockwise moment, so minus, then plus MBA plus MAB equal to 0, plus MAB plus MBA equals to 0. This is, so this implies HA equals to MAB plus MBA divided by 4. So therefore MAB plus MBA divided by 4 equal to 0. That means MAB plus MBA equals to 0. Now what is MBA and MAB? MAB will be 2 EI point 5 EI theta B point 5 EI theta B minus 3 EI delta by 8 plus this, that is EI theta B minus 3 EI delta by 8 equal to 0. So it will be 1.5 EI theta B equals to 3 EI delta by 4. So this implies theta B equals to this EI gets cancelled, 1.5, this will be 2 by 4, that means it will be delta by 4, delta by 2, delta by 2. Number 5. So from 5, 4 and 5, can find the value of EI theta b will be equal to 27. Just verify these values at your end. EI delta equals to 54. Okay, and finally the next step, final moment. So M AB will be equal to 0.5 EI theta b, that means 27. So please let us write the equation first. EI theta b minus 3 EI delta by 8. So that will be 0.5 into 27, because EI theta b is 27, minus 3 EI delta means it is 54 into 54 by 8. So how much is this value? MVA will be EI theta b minus 3 EI delta by 8. So that will be equal to 27 minus 3 into 54 by 8. Then MVC will be equal to E minus 33.75 plus EI theta b. So that will be minus 33.75 plus 27. 33.75. So that will be equal to minus 6.75 kilonewton meter. This will be 6.75 kilonewton meter, and this will be minus 6.75 kilonewton meter, and MCB equals to 0 kilonewton meter. Now the next step is bending moment diagram. Now this is A point, this is B, this is C. Let us say the midpoint be D point. So we find the freely supported bending moment at D point. So moment at D freely supported that will be equal to 60 because we have a central point load of 60 kilonewton into 3 by 4. So this will be 45. This is freely supported bending moment. So the net bending moment at D or the positive bending moment will be MD due to freely supported bending moment freely supported minus MD due to fixity. So that will be 45 minus due to fixity it is 6.75 by 2. Six point 7.5 by 2. So the net bending moment will be 41.625 kilonewton meter. See, let us draw this diagram. The moment here is moment at A is minus 67.6.75. Minus means it is anti-clockwise. So here it is 6.75 kilonewton meter. At B it is plus 6.75. So this will be like this 6.75. At C it is minus means it is anti-clockwise 6.75. This 6.75 and here it is 0. Now this point it will point outward, so here it will be 6.75. This point is pointing out on outer side, so this is also 6.75. It is constant, so it will be a linear line. Okay. This will be negative because it is causing hogging, and here it will be again 6.75 and this will be 0 here, 0, and again this is causing hogging, so this is negative. Now you superimpose the freely supported bending moment on this. So freely supported bending moment will be actually from here to here it is 45. So this value from here to here, this will be your net positive bending moment. So that is 41.625 kilonewton meter. negative. This is actually nullified because positive and negative, this gets nullified. So your this portion will be the effective bending moment, negative bending moment, and this is positive bending moment. Okay, so this is about sway frames, and let me give you one task. This is 3 meter. This is A, B, C, D, 3 meter, and this is 2I. This is 3I, and this is 2I. This is 4 meter, and this is 6 meter. There is a center point load here, 18 kilometer. There is an eccentric point load here, 32 kilometer at 1.5 meter and 2.5 meter. There is a joint load 8 kilonewton at joint B and 16 kilonewton at a distance of 1 meter from B, and this is 3 meter. This is actually 4 meter. Total length is 4 meter. Okay, so analyze the frame. Analyze the frame. Okay, so you solve this, and if you have any doubt, we'll discuss in the next class. Any doubt up till now? If you have any doubt, we can discuss now. So with this, we end the topic slope deflection method, and from the next class onwards we'll start the new topic, that is moment distribution method. So if you have any doubt related to any thing related to slope deflection method, we can discuss now.